It is one of the most talked about and eagerly anticipated events for sixth form science students across the Caribbean. It is an event unlike any other in the Caribbean. It is the Caribbean Youth Science Forum. Organised by NEHURST and the Ministry of Science, Technology and Tertiary Education and hosted at UWI, UTT and the NEHURST NGC National Science Centre, CYSF is designed to open young minds to new and exciting frontiers in science, technology and innovation. The forum has now become a major event on the NEHURST calendar during the August vacation period, bringing together over 200 students from several Caribbean countries, including Trinidad and Tobago. For the entire week of the forum, students got a chance to experience a university life as they all lived in the dorms of the UWI campus for the entire week. For many, this was their first time being away from home, and the experience also allowed them to build lifelong friendships. During their stay here, these budding scientists from across the region, along with their TNT counterparts, were exposed to invigorating lectures on topics such as space communication, transport and urban planning in small island developing states, and design and innovation.
This is an image of a human-like robot on board the International Space Station we call Robonaut. He just got there a few months ago. He's a dexterous robot that has the capability to take over some of the crew functions we hope in the future. We also have facilities on the external part of the International Space Station that can study space science and astrophysics.
As a future career, you can be looking into tourism, land use planning, environmental planning, drainage engineering, of civil engineering, a whole host of things just in developing a tourism issue like this.
Many people feel that if they're studying sciences, they have to do something in science or engineering later on in their career. Many of them end up in management, for example, okay, where they have to learn other skills that are not science-related skills.
One extraordinary aspect of this 10th anniversary CYSF was the first ever live hookup from the Caribbean to the International Space Station. Speaking via an amateur radio telebridge, 12 students got to ask astronaut Satoshi Furukawa questions about space exploration, the activities of the space station, and his personal experience of being in space.
All our various lectures and discussions with many different scientists from many different fields have been exciting. It's opened up my knowledge base of the different fields that I can go into, because I was set in a particular direction and now I'm not too sure about what I want to do.
There were two people from England who came and spoke about business opportunities. And I mean, I do sciences, but I don't think that in Trinidad it's an open field to make money. So when they talked about the internet and how much young people made millions within years, it kind of opened up that window for me, so I became more interested in doing that now.
Participants also took part in a design challenge competition. This provided a wonderful opportunity for students to enhance their critical and creative thinking and presentation skills.
We were required to use unconventional materials. Therefore, we have selected shoe boxes. We get free from an unknown shoe store in Siparia. Paper towel rolls, staples, and glue.
Our design consists of 6 towers in a hexagonal shape, constructed out of cardboard and newspaper, as well as a central column. As you can see here, we have 2 platforms. This one will be the base platform, and we have 2, if you could switch to the next one. Right, so we have the base platform here. The second platform and the top platform.
We decided to come up with an idea that has a sturdy base and it exceeds 2 meters in height. So you have to use untraditional material, whereas you cannot be more than 1 millimeter thick in any of the materials you use. You can't use plastics, you can't use metals. So it was a challenge to find materials of that thickness as well as being that we had to make the tower with one platform being 1 meter from the ground and the second being 2 meters, which is a basically tall tower.
Second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoes anywhere, yo. Shoes anywhere? Yeah, yo, yeah, just now. Anytime. That was not dish. You can't play. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good, ladies. Please
Caribbean Youth Science Forum 2011 champions are St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph.
Moving out of the lecture halls, participants set forth on field trips to many of Trinidad and Tobago's leading industrial and technology-based sites. These trips allowed students to witness firsthand science in action.
Enable students to see practical applications of different science and technological fields. Some persons didn't get to go exactly where they wanted to, but they still learned something new, and I enjoyed my field trip, which was to the Air Force, so I could do some comparisons between Trinidad and Jamaica.
I went to WASA. The field trip was really interesting because I didn't think about going into WASA, but now I'm really sending up a resume to WASA. WASA was really interesting. I never thought it would have been like that. It was more likely incorporating everything that we learned together. Yes, you could do the sciences, you could do the business, but you can work in any department really. So I'm doing sciences and I want to go to work at WASA now because they have taught me, it's like, okay, you'll be out on the field and this is what you're going to do. And it's something that you'll enjoy.
One of the highlights of CYSF was the Socializing with Scientists Night, a special evening when students were given the chance to chat with the leading local and foreign-based scientists and to pick their brains about their work and the type of preparation needed for careers in the newer and emerging scientific fields. For many of these young people, this evening, and the entire forum for that matter, was their first chance to meet real scientists. In fact, actually meeting scientists helped some of these students to choose their future careers.
They told us about their background and how they reached to where they were. It told us to do what we loved and not what our parents want us to do. So if we do something that we love, it would be like something normal. When we go to work, we would have fun, we just wouldn't be waiting, doing something tedious, waiting till time to end.
Socializing was great. I mean, we didn't have much time to get to meet all the scientists, but it was very interesting as to they guided you into what you wanted to do.
My favorite was the pathologist. It actually got me into thinking of going into pathology because before I always thought, oh, I never wanted to be around the persons that are deceased. So it has opened my eyes to that.
Another highly anticipated event on the CYSF calendar was Caribbean Night, an exhibition of the talent and performing abilities of our young people. It was a night that allowed these science students to shine in other ways as they showcased the culture of their native countries. Over the years, CYSF has evolved into a signature event on many schools' calendars. So great is the experience that many students who were participants one year apply in the following year to serve as hosts to the new batch of participants. In this way, CYSF plays a significant role in the growth and maturity of our young people.
We get to meet people from science, which we normally wouldn't meet, such as our guest speaker, Mrs. Arlene, from the NASA Space Center, and she studied us so much because on a daily basis, especially coming from an island like Grenada, we don't really meet people like that. Basically, when we have lectures, we meet people that are just the regular doctors and the regular civil engineers and stuff. But since we've come to CYSF from Grenada, we met this woman and she's incredible, and it has broadened our scopes to not only stay within a certain field but to expand and try to go outside the box because everybody knows that jobs have been very competitive.
It's not only about academics, it also teaches you about real life experiences and what you expect in the future.
I think for the Caribbean, I think every Caribbean student should have this experience because of what I see happening here, the meeting of people, the meeting of other West Indian people, and of course the experience that they have with the scientists and science and the competition, and of course the camaraderie that develops over the 7-day period of the CYSF.
The commitment they have to making a difference in the lives of these young people, and the commitment they have to the importance of promoting science and technology and the value of science and technology, improving the life of all people, is truly an extraordinary endeavor, and I honor them for that.
And so there's little doubt that the Caribbean Youth Science Forum will continue to inspire the region's young people to build confidence in themselves, their countries, and the entire Caribbean region.